It's
Mad
Men
Sports.
Buffalo Bills put a beat down.
Are you satisfied?
Yes, it's what we needed. It wasn't a 50-burger. 5 points off. That's okay. If Josh Allen stayed the rest of the game.
45-10 was the unofficial score.
Yeah, that last touchdown.
45-17 is the end score.
What are you going to do? Great game. Defense looked fantastic. Every single starting
They always do.
secondary member.
Listen, the Bills haven't been blown
Interception.
out at all.
Never.
They've lost 3 games, but they certainly haven't been blown out.
No one won the ball, obviously.
Close though. Amicus.
What's going on here?
It is now.
Well, they can't hear it. That's fine. So, what did you think of the offense? 4 rushing touchdowns.
What was it? 22-124?
You're speaking numbers. I don't know. What are you
And
talking
4
about?
touchdowns, 122 yards,
yes.
and 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. And you know what? I hate the rushing touchdowns.
They took away from the passing.
Yeah, I want 4 passing touchdowns. That'd be cool. Well,
But-
you had 6 passing touchdowns if
Yeah.
it would have been, you know.
Got back to basics. Matt Breida played well, other than that fumble towards the end of the game.
Throw it out. Who cares?
Exactly.
He had a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. That's what you want out of a running back. And listen, I think Matt brings a different vibe to the offense. I think you get him going early, not going. You give him a couple handoffs, you show the defense's speed, and then all of a sudden, every time he's on the field, they, no matter what, have to respect him as a receiver, as a running threat. You put him on the field, you use play action with him now that you show his speed. Everyone has to think run first immediately because they cannot let him get a step on you. And that's what a real running threat does. This isn't all about like the Zach Mosses of the world where I'm going to ground and pound you. That's not going to get the job done in terms of play action. It's Devin Singletary. Most guys probably have a step or 2 on him because of lack of speed. Great runner, lack of speed.
Seems like Brian Dable has listened to the podcast by getting Isaiah McKenzie more involved.
The jet sweep. Emmanuel Sanders had a jet sweep today, 22 yards.
Gabe Davis over 100 yards on 3 catches.
Yeah, and Stephon Diggs had a day. What was the
11 catches for 168-ish yards.
62 and 1 touchdown. Should have been 2 touchdowns. We should just throw him one more time.
Yeah.
He had a great game.
366.
That was the best game of the
for
season,
Josh
right?
Allen.
Yeah, 366, a BS interception. That wasn't a pick. That hit the ground and then moved, right?
Yeah.
Am I crazy? I'm not crazy.
You're not crazy.
Maybe.
Speaking of, like, this is a challenge. Do you remember when the Jets head coach threw a challenge
He challenged
flag
after the review.
after a challenge?
Yeah. And then the
review?
Bills came out and dropped a 57-yard pass on his head. Love that.
Love that.
I love how aggressive they were with Stephon Diggs today. He's better than their best corner. That's going to happen most games.
Yeah,
I can't think of many shutdown corners. He's better than J.C. Jackson. He was a great corner for the Patriots last year. He's better than him. Trust him. Give him that. When he's in one-on-one coverage, make him pay.
1,000%.
He's got a safety over the top. Drop a dime into him. Let Stephon Diggs play his game. I couldn't say that more plainly. Let Stephon Diggs play. Let him ball. Give him the ball in his hands and let it go. Cole Beasley, not a lot of action today. 2 catches, 15 yards. And I'll tell you what, he's been battling a rib injury. Nurse him a little bit.
Yeah. Dawson Knox back out on the field.
Had a couple good plays.
Yeah.
I really appreciate what he did today. Eased him back in there. You know what? I'll tell you what. Spencer Long made a difference in the offense line today. I've been preaching that, though. I think he was a great play.
What's his name? Spencer Long.
Spencer Long's the old offense line. Good call. Spencer Long? Brown. Spencer Brown.
Got him.
Spencer Brown. Huge impact today.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a good. Thank you for cleaning that up. That would have eaten me alive watching it tomorrow morning, and I'd be like, "Oh my!"
Tommy Doyle came in.
All 10 people are going to notice that. Tommy Doyle did come in, and in one play, allowed a sack against Shaq Lawson.
Scary play. I don't know the player, but came around the edge. Remember the play I'm talking about? And just absolutely clobbered.
Allen missed picking up the blitz.
Got clobbered.
Got clobbered. Got hit hard. Got back up. Always does.
Yeah. Great game, though.
It was what you wanted to see against the Jags.
Yes.
The Bills went 1-1 against the Jags this year and the Jets, and then went 1-1 against the Titans and the Chiefs. Just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up.
I wish Davis Webb could have
Played,
thrown a pass.
played more. I would have liked that.
Just at least one pass.
Absolutely. I agree.
We'll see him next week.
He'll play week 18, I think. I don't think
he'll play
Allen will be
again.
playing week 18 at all.
No more Mitch.
He's not going
Just
to play
on
the whole game.
Yeah.
I'm going to play the whole game week 18. Colts next week.
Colts.
That's a big game. Turns out to be.
Yeah. AFC matchup. Every
Turns
AFC
out to be
game.
because New England's 6-4 and you're 6-3. So you have to stay that.
Yeah.
Patriots actually led the division today for like a half hour. Scary shit going on in the world.
Game ran super late, almost 4:30 when it ended.
Surprising, right?
Yeah.
With all those touchdowns, extra point, commercial.
Yeah. And that they had like a long challenge. I think it was the one where
The interception,
yeah.
which shouldn't have been.
No.
Taron Johnson interception today.
Micah Hyde,
Levi Wallace interception today.
Trey White.
Trey White interception today. Jordan Poyer interception today. Micah Hyde forced fumble recovery today. Not enough sacks. I'm mildly worried about the pressure, but the defense.
They brought good pressure. No
Pressure's there. I need to finish though. And listen, Jerry Hughes is one of the top defensive ends in the league in terms of pressures, and he'll never convert just because he's what is this? I love the pressure he brings. I need the guys that are brought in to bring pressure and create sacks to do it. The team leader cannot have 3 sacks any longer.
Correct. What do you think about Mario Addison picking up that?
I
what we
thought that was
a fumble.
I thought that was a fumble. No way to slice that. I thought that was a fumble.
it was very close.
Here, and his arm got hit backwards, so his hand stayed in play. It's exactly like the forward lateral Tennessee Titans.
I think it's very different, but yeah,
Very
Different
very
meaning.
same.
what are you gonna do? Bills won 45-17.
We are heading into a funky patch here. So we have the Bills, right?
Yes.
Today they played. Yesterday they played for you guys. A week from today we'll be in.
He's a sleepy guy.
We'll be in Orchard Park, and they'll be playing the Colts. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday they'll be playing against the Saints.
Yeah, that came up quick.
100%. So we are 2 games in 4 days there. So next Monday's podcast will have double podcast. Double-decker.
Double decker
Pod.
Hey.
Just like old days. We did that with the Broncos and the Cowboys 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Double-decker podcast. And then we have a break because
we do.
they play Thursday and then don't play again until Monday that week. That's a nice little break right there. That's a big break. I think we can't
like a second
underestimate
bye week.
that. I think A.J. Klein played well today.
Very well.
Play him against the Colts because he's a run thumper. Keep him going against Jonathan Taylor. And then use that short week to bring Tremaine back. Give him the extra rest. And then if it's really like tender still, give him that huge break. That's a big break. And then that's going to be a huge game.
Yeah.
Big break before the Patriots game. And then you have to beat the Patriots. Because the current streak for the Buffalo Bills for most division wins in a row is 10. They are currently sitting at 9. They could tie the franchise record of division games and go 10-0 in a row.
That'd be great.
I want to sweep the division because 12-0 in 2 years stretch is a thing that Tom Brady and the Patriots did not even accomplish.
Oh, those pesky Dolphins.
Bills, sometimes
Barely.
less pesky, and then the Jets.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to. Now that there's 3 games left, I want the division swept.
Yeah. I mean,
You're 3-0. You have a Jets game at home. Home and home with the Patriots. Sweep them. Jets have 6 wins. Or nope, they might never achieve that. The Patriots have
they're
6
really
wins.
going to get that in 2 years.
Yeah, the Patriots are going to have 6 wins. The Bills have 6 wins. You are fighting now. You didn't want to be in this position. You beat the Jags. You had a game and a half on them. Now you have just a game. Or now just a half game. Then they're going to reach their bye week soon. That's where that difference maker is going to come in.
True.
That's where you'll try to get up a game on them. I think it's a big game. Colts game turned out to be bigger than you thought.
Yeah. Which I think will be fine.
Fingers crossed. The problem with the Bills right now is that they are 3 losses are all in the AFC. When it comes out to seeding, that's going to be a tough one to swallow.
We're second in the AFC.
Is that so?
Yes.
Is that so?
I don't know if whatever happens.
Because Baltimore
between-
lost to the Dolphins, which surprise.
Yeah.
Chargers lost to the Vikings today.
Yeah.
And the Titans pulled
Barely.
one out against the Saints today, which the Saints are not a good football team. They are Julio Jones on the IR. Derrick Henry's out for the regular season. I think you're going to be able to see them fall a little bit here.
Yeah.
They looked
Just a matter of
They
time.
looked worse than one-dimensional today. They moved the ball with very, very poor finesse against the Saints team that is definitely not good.
No.
Tannehill, got to get after him. Got to see what he's all about. You should have beat him. You wouldn't be talking about this if you beat him.
No.
They would be 8 and they'd be 7-3. You'd be 7-3. You'd be number 1 seed right now. The Bills have not held the number 1 seed all season,
Damn.
and they're a game and a half back the Tennessee Titans right now. So you need the Titans to lose twice. You need to gang 2 wins / them lose twice on the Titans in order to get to that 1 seed
I
again.
think that'll happen.
Gotta hope so. They have a really easy schedule. They have the easiest schedule left in the NFL. The Titans do. So that might be a tough pill to swallow.
I mean,
But if the
if we're
Bills
looking
get
ahead,
rolling,
Buccaneers didn't look good today.
no, but if the Bills get rolling, you gotta really, you might have a chance. You gotta make today contagious.
Yeah.
Deion Dawkins not a perfect game still.
No.
I think you need John Feliciano back. Is that weird with how poor he plays? I think you need him back.
Yeah.
Cody Ford looked a little better on the bench today. That was probably his best game in a couple weeks with Cody Ford
I don't
on the
want
bench.
him to see the field again ever.
That's the joke. He played on the bench today.
I know.
Ike Bucker, not bad, not terrible. But Feliciano might make this drink a little stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Shaq Lawson play pissed me off. But Tommy Doyle can't fault him. First NFL snap. Why wouldn't you put Ryan Bates in there?
I don't know.
I don't care. Whatever.
Shaq Lawson was their only turnover or something prior to this week.
Yeah. Prior to this
Interception.
week, which is the bullshit Allen touched interception, Shaq Lawson had their only interception this season.
Which is wild.
368 pass attempts since their last interception.
Tough. We had 5
I feel bad
today.
for Allen because that was a BS interception.
Yeah. We're definitely leading the league in takeovers, takeaways,
Points, whatever you want to call it. They're leading the league. That's a great defense right now. That defense might be the difference maker come playoff time.
Oh, yeah.
Because that offense may be pedestrian, may be okay. They got to focus on making sure they move the ball no matter what. You got to trust Tyler Bass. You don't want 3 points, but you definitely can't walk away with 0. Every drive has to result in points. That should be the rule from now on.
Yeah.
Give me a scale of 1 to 10. How happy you are with the Bills right now? They just beat 45-17 division rival. That's bad.
I'm thinking between 7.5 to 8. The Jaguars still stings.
Still stings. And it's going to sting for a while, at least until you make up ground with Tennessee.
Yeah. What about you?
You could be half game back from. You could be tied with Tennessee right now if you just would have beat the Jags, or if Allen didn't slip, you'd be in the number 1 seed. How happy am I with the Bills? I would say yesterday I was at a 4. Happy because I love them. Today I'm at like a 6.8, 7, right in that range. 6.8, 6.7, 6.9.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Who's
But
your
it can get better.
Who's your Tiffany and Co. player of the game?
My Tiffany and Company player of the game. Pearls make rocks.
Yeah. Is that a
Open
saying?
up your clam and check out the pearl. That is the Tiffany and Company's slogan today.
Yes.
My TNC player of the game is Stephon Diggs. Fantastic game.
Respect.
Game of the week. Year for him.
I'm going to go AJ Klein. Had a really good game today.
Noticeable good game. And listen, I like Tremaine Edmonds. I think, let's talk about it for a little bit because we talked about it earlier while watching the game. I think Klein plays with reaction. I think Edmonds is overthinking it just a smidge, that he doesn't have that see ball, get ball yet. There's a difference between a veteran and a middle linebacker that's 23 years old, younger than you and I. By
a couple years.
Yeah, like I was talking and shit in my toilet by then. By plenty, by a mile. I was probably in school at some point while he was still being born. All three of them? They're not twins, right? There's brothers.
Yeah, they're just brothers. I don't know if he's the oldest or youngest, though.
Probably the youngest. He's very young. He was like 17 when he drafted. That's ridiculous, dude. But anyway, I digress. I think Edmonds still needs to develop just a smidge in order to get that. Mike Atwood, if you're watching, I'm going to reply to your email tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Anyone else? I recently recacked into our emails. We had this whole thing with Gmail, but I got back in the emails. I saw a couple before we started, and I'm going to respond to them later today, later day while you watch it. But I'll get back to you guys soon. Any other notes, Jacob?
No,
Are we moving the show to somewhere else? Do you like that idea?
I like that idea.
We might be moving the show to our 7th or 6th different setting. It's in my house, just on the other side of this wall. My back room. We're going to see how that works out. It might be a little bit more rootsy for us. Might be back to our roots.
We can never hammer down anything.
Yeah, we're just want to be fluid. We want to talk to you in many different ways.
The people remain the same, always different.
Right on. Have a good week, guys. We'll talk to you Thursday morning. Take care.
Go Bills.
Like, comment. I don't know. Help us, please.